Hey everybody, welcome back to Monday Mail Call. I'm your host, the Duckman. Well, we're back today, and this is a difficult one this week. I've just had so much going on, I didn't even know I was going to be able to get this video together. You probably noticed that I skipped one of the Monday Mail Calls because just some stuff's been going on in my personal life, and I'm going to elaborate about that a little bit after the intro. But first, let's go ahead and open up some mail. Now, if you'd like to send me some mail, you guys send me anything. I'll open it up here in the video as always. Check out duckshit.net, my website. You'll find my mailing address up there. People still ask, hey Duckman, what's your mailing address? It's on my website, duckshit.net. If for some reason I change it, it'll be updated there first. So please, everybody, check out duckshit.net. You'll also find the links to my social media, my Instagram, all my different YouTube channels, as well as B. And B's not here today either. We're also going to get into that as to why. But first thing we got here is a letter from Walter Pierce up in Wingdale, New York. I never heard of Wingdale. And he sent me with a Elvis stamp. Check that out. Well, let's see what Walter sent to us here. Mail Call Monday is always exciting. You just never know what's going to show up. Okay, it looks like it's... well, it's just a drawing. The drawing of a beetle. Check that out. That's pretty cool. I wonder why he shaped the windshield like that. Maybe because it's he's leaning it forward, kind of like a artist's rendition of Eleanor. That's actually pretty cool. That is really cool. Thank you so much, Walter. I appreciate that. This is definitely going to go up with the rest of my Volkswagen art, stuff that people have given me. Isaiah Wallace also sent something. Hi, Isaiah. He just got himself a 65 Beetle also, by the way, you guys. So you'll probably see some more Beetle stuff over on his channel. Isaiah Game or something. I'll put a link down below in the video description as well as on the bottom of the screen. And Walter, geez, I wish you would have included a letter. I didn't see anything in there. Guys, if you do send me something, include a letter with it so I know who you are, what our conversation might have been about, and little details as to who you are. I'd be glad to talk about you. All right, well, likey, comment, subscribe. Go ahead and pluck that dingle belly. We get updates every time I upload a video. And don't forget to check out the website, duckshit.net. We'll be back right after the intro. Alright, we're back, everybody. The reason why I've been away and why things have just been so difficult with me with my work schedule and everything, I've been working something like 20-hour days. It's just been really hard. I've been doing a lot of construction and carpentry since the computer side business has shrunken up. I started doing carpentry with a friend of mine, and two of us are partnered together in his business and got things going. He's the guy who's also going to be building the Volkswagen shop with me because he wants to do some of the Jeep stuff. You might have seen him in some of my videos. Rob! That's right, he was also in the Earl video. He was holding Boomer towards the end of the video. Anyways, I've been busting my ass with him, just working. One night we were expecting to work past midnight, sanding down a custom staircase that we were building. And I got a phone call from my dad's girlfriend, and I knew whenever I hear from her, especially when it's late, something's wrong. Something is really wrong. So she tells me that my dad is sick, really sick, and she doesn't know what to do with him. He refuses to call 911. He doesn't want to go to the hospital. He'd rather feed his animals and stay home. The animals were a real big deal to him. And I respect that. I mean, I know Boomer's real special to me, and Skeeter was just, she was more than special to me. So I understand. I relate. I really do. But he got to the point where he was unable to stand up, and he wasn't doing well. He's almost 80 years old. You know, he's not a youngster anymore. I mean, he's up there. He's certainly up there. And this illness, which he thought was just a cold, continued to get worse and worse and worse. Then it came out in the news. The concert that he went to over the weekend, the lead singer of the concert, lead singer of the band died. Just died, and they're believing it was of, well, guess what? Coronavirus. Two members of the band also happened to have it. One of them was hospitalized around that same time, and the second one was doing okay, but, you know, hanging out at home. He's sick nonetheless. And my dad was there during his last performance. My dad's girlfriend actually got sick first. She got sick within 24 hours after the concert. And I know what you want to say. You know, it's their fault for going out. It's their... You know what? That's the only thing he's got anymore at his age. If that's what he wanted to do, I say it's good for him. But now that he's got an issue, you know, I'm going to have to support him. And I got to do what I can to take care of him. But she got sick first. The symptoms set in. For her, it was mostly just tired and not eating. She just has no appetite. She's still trying to make herself eat because you can't survive if you don't eat. But Dad, she finally got him talked into leaving with paramedics, and I like what she did. She blamed them on me. I told her to call them, and I don't know if I said that or not. There was a lot of confusion. There was a lot of, just, it was bad. We were all very emotional at the time. Dad finally made it over to the hospital, and I rushed down to see him, and he doesn't live anywhere as close to here. I had to really fly out of here as fast as I could, and it took me, almost 10 hours of driving, 12 hours of preparation to just get everything together so I could even leave. Nonetheless, I left my job behind, I left YouTube behind, I left my projects behind. I was working on this at the time. I actually started to cut the floors out of Gregory. I've got a video on that. I haven't finished editing it yet. B is involved in there. There's a lot of things going on up there. None of it happened. Had to go down, I had to go take care of Dad. By the time I got there, he was already in the hospital, of course, so many hours later, and he wasn't doing well. He wasn't doing horribly, but he wasn't doing well. The next morning, I found his cell phone in his house, and it hadn't been activated yet. He had lost his about a week or two before. He got the new one. He didn't know how to activate it. I activated it for him. I ran down to the hospital. I gave it to them. Of course, I couldn't go inside because they're being quarantined. They handed off the phone to Dad, and I expected him to call, within an hour or two of receiving the phone, and he didn't ring. I tried to call, it rang, and nobody picked up. No big deal. 4:30 in the morning, I get a call, and it's my dad. And at 4:30 in the morning, it really surprised me, and I couldn't understand a word he was saying, because this is what he sounded like. It was just this, and there was so much noise behind him, and everything was going on, and I'm trying to understand him. And the poor guy, he was yelling because he thought he wasn't loud enough. And it wasn't that he wasn't loud enough, it's just he was muffled, and there was so much, it was bad. It was bad. Finally I told him, just stop talking. Just stop talking. The only thing that I want from him is just to get better. Focus on that. Focus on resting. And don't worry about me. There's nothing you have to tell me. I understand you have pneumonia. I understand you're sick, and I love you. And he paused, and I was able to understand him. He repeated back to me, I love you too. And he says, I can't talk anymore because he was so winded. But he was on a pressurized mask, not a ventilator, just a pressurized oxygen mask, which makes it really easy to inhale. But the pneumonia has definitely brought him down. They gave him some checks, x-rays. His x-rays were okay. They're not saying he was horrible or he's gonna, this is gonna take him out. They were okay. He's probably gonna be okay. But then the next day, he started fighting with the doctors and the nurses. He just didn't want to be in there anymore. And I understand. I've been in the hospital, too, for an extended stay of, 2 weeks. And he just got out of there himself for open heart surgery back in November. Just triple bypass, and that just knocked the shit out of him. And then he's got this on top of that, which he's still recovering from. Bad news. Bad news. He probably shouldn't have been going out to these concerts. And I mean, I could tell him that, but it's neither here nor there. It's done. It's over. So now all I can do is support him, and that's the right thing to do. So Dad probably won't be watching this until he gets out. Having fought with the doctors and everything else, guess what they did? They sedated him. So he's doing okay. Once again, okay. He's not fighting. He's a little confused, not knowing where he's at, but I mean, they've got him derped out on meds. That makes sense. So I was in his house. I chased his girlfriend out because she was waiting there for me. I got on the phone and I said, you need to leave. And I gave the house about 3-4 hours to air out before I even got there. So anything that would have settled. I got in there and I started cleaning door handles and light switches and valves on faucets and anything that anybody could have touched in the house. I made sure it was all clean. I'm not one to spray around Lysol. That would probably make me more sick than any other kind of sick possibly could. So that was my day. Now, I have been exposed. At this point, it's been about a week since I walked into that house. But it wasn't right for me not to. He's got animals that need to be taken care of, and it didn't seem right to me out of respect for him and out of respect for the little creatures' lives, because they're dependent on him, and he's not there to take care of them. So I had to do that. That was an obligation for me as a human. It's just, yeah, you guys understand. It's just, I had to do that. So this year, 2020, has been just really rough for me. Really rough for me, between family and Skeeter and just everything happening. But at the same time, I'm doing so well business-wise. It's just, it's messing with my mind. It's really messing with me, and I don't know how to handle it. But that's it for updates. Let's go ahead and switch back to the mail. We're going to open up the big one here last. This is something that came from somebody that's been hounding me to get it and pick it up, and it took forever to arrive at my mailbox. When it arrived at the mailbox, I couldn't go get it because I was busy working all the damn time. And then finally, when I was able to go get it, guess what happened? I ended up on the other end of Florida. So, we got this one here also. This one, I think I know what this is. This is something that I got for me because I had a curiosity that I'd love to share with you guys. Ta-da! We got a smaller box. Let's see how much smaller these boxes keep getting here. Oh wow, look, and another smaller box. Okay. This is a Draggy. Now, for those of you that don't know what a Draggy is, no, it's not some kind of weird vapor douche nozzle thing that you guys see these, yeah. Sorry if you use one. I don't have respect for people that blow them around because they're gross. Anyway, this is kind of like a little USB stick, but it has a GPS built into it. And how it works is it has it's not a real accelerometer. It uses GPS coordinates to figure out your acceleration. But it records that and then converts it into 60-foot times, reaction times, quarter-mile times, eighth-mile times. How fast can you get from 0 to 60? It gives you data. Now, I'm going to hook this thing up, which really is just a matter of putting it on your dashboard when it's fully charged, on Ruby's dashboard. That's right, my 1968 Volkswagen Fastback. I want to see just how fast she'll go from 0 to 60, and I want to see what a quarter-mile time is. Let's see if that engine really is stock. She does drive pretty damn good. I mean, that car drives quite well for 1600, if that's even what it is. But this little guy should be able to do that, and we're going to give a full review on it, of course, once we got it set up and ready to go. I have no idea how to work one of these. I had seen somebody on YouTube use one and was quite curious from the time that I had first seen it. Looks like we got some stick-on pads here and a USB cable for plugging it in to charge it. And really, that's about it. I'm going to guess it probably interfaces with my cell phone, probably with Bluetooth. I don't like Bluetooth. I really can't stand Bluetooth technology. But that's just the way it's going to work. Maybe it'll work via just USB. I can plug it into my computer and go that route instead. That would be even better. Because I'm not a fan of Bluetooth. A lot of reasons why, but just not a fan of Bluetooth. Alright, we got this big package here. Now, if I'm correct, this comes from Jody. Yep, this comes from Jody up in Canada. Great guy. Just awesome friend he's been. He's been very supportive of me through the whole situation with my dad, through losing Skeeter. And even just before then, he was just a really, really good friend. All around nice guy. Alright. Looks like we got well, it came from Canada. We got Canadian whiskey. Look at that. Please enjoy your products responsibly. I'm doubting it's whiskey because it would have had to go through customs, and if it went through the customs and still managed to make it to me somehow, I wouldn't be showing it in this video. Alright, we got a club pack, a format club of scoopable cat litter. Canadian cat litter. There you go. Scoopable, eh? That was a terrible, terrible Canadian impression. Yeah. He wrapped this up real good. I think he said there was something glass in here, and it was something Volkswagen related, but I honestly, I don't remember what it was. I've got so much going on in my life. It's just, and I keep repeating it, it's incredible how much I have to keep up with these days. There, we got some foam peanuts. Yes! Oh, we got something there. I don't know what it is. A bunch of somethings. They look like highball glasses. I wonder if that's what they are. Okay. Boy, he did a good job wrapping this stuff. Wish eBayers did as well of a job. Alright, we got a Canadian newspaper. It smells like Canada. Oh, there it is. Huh, okay. It's a 5. It's a 5. And there are vintage Volkswagens all the way around. There's a Beetle. There's a Carmen Ghia. Yeah, there's a bus. This is really cool. This is really cool. I wonder if they're all the same. Open up a couple of these and see. Yep, same glass. I'm going to venture to say they're all the same. They gotta all be the same. These are going to be really, really nice when I get my shop built, because I'm building a bar in there and a party room when we have people over. Yep, they're all the same. These are going to be really, really nice. Thank you so much, Jody. I really appreciate it. Those are much appreciated. These are just really nice. I think he said something about them being vintage pieces as well. You're definitely going to have to go in a safe place up in the cabinet to make sure they don't get busted up. Look at that. Appreciate it, Jody. Thank you so much. As always, if you'd like to mail me something, hit up duckshit.net, get my mailing address. If you'd like to email me, DuckmanCycles@duckshit.net. Ask me a question. I'm always glad to get back to anybody that emails me. Unless, of course, it's in a language that I can't translate. And check out duckshit.net for all my different social media links, as well as all my other YouTube channels. And in a nutshell, that's pretty much it for today. Thanks so much, you guys, for watching. We'll see you next time.